Hey guys, why'd my voice do that? Hey guys, it's me ASMR here, and today I'm going to be reading a Tsukishima Kei ex-listener. This one is titled What Not to Do, and by the way, this is like a two-part thing, but I'm reading it in one video because I don't want to do two parts. So if there's like a little like pause in the reading, it's probably me going to the next chapter, so ignore that. I hope you guys enjoy, and without further ado, let's get right on into the video. Nothing is weird, nothing is new, but somehow YN feels strange. Her hands are shaking, her legs feel weak, her head is spinning. Is she sick? She wonders. Maybe. She hears him sighing behind her, and she almost drops the plates in her hands, because at that moment, she finally realizes. For the past 5 months, she's been hanging out with the blonde male. The girl dislikes his antics, the way he usually treats people, how he always teases her in the cruelest ways. But she loves. Yes, now she knows. She loves the pitch in his voice when they get on the bed. The glint in his eyes whenever he wins a match. The subtle ways he uses to demonstrate that he cares about her, at least a little. She realizes it, and it takes her a lot of effort to keep walking. She realizes, and it takes her a lot of effort to keep walking to the sink and not to freeze in the spot. She loves things about him. Not only things, everything. Everything. She loves him. And everyone knows you're not supposed to fall in love with Tsukishima Kei. What? Yachi asks a little too loudly, causing a few classmates to look their way. Shh, Ya-chan. The girl shushes. But yeah, you heard right. She notices what's going on inside of her friend's head. She can tell by her faces. First, she was surprised, then her expression relaxed a little bit, and in the end, she furrowed her eyebrows in worry. YN sighed. Not only because she knows what the volleyball manager is was thinking, but she also knows exactly what she was going to say. And she was right. You promised me, YN. This shouldn't be happening. The look on the younger girl's face was one of worry and concern. I know, but I just couldn't help it. Excuses. You know what happens when someone falls for him. You've seen it. And the way the blonde places her hands on her friend's shoulders. I don't want you suffering that way. What could she answer to that? The girl fixes her eye color hues on the wall, unable to look at Yachi. Tsukishima was known for being quite a heartbreaker. He dated girls for a few months and then dumped them. He and last name were something like friends before that thing started. One day, on his house, both were sexually frustrated and things escalated too quickly. Before they knew it, they were doing it once a month, then once a week, and now every few days. And that's just how it is. She can't help it, and she doesn't try. The female just lets him touch her body. She touches his, and they both feel good. However, before this thing started to get serious, she made a promise. Please, don't fall in love with him. I won't. Promise me, YN. Okay, alright, fine, I promise. And she broke that promise. She felt awful about it. I just can't stop feeling the way I do now, can I? She asks, more to herself than to her friend. Well, if you just stop doing those kinds of things with him, then maybe... What? YN cuts her off. No, I don't want to. I won't. No, I won't. But then you're gonna keep falling for him. Hitaga's gaze is powerful. She's nearly yelling at this point. I don't care. She says it. Those magical 3 words that can save her from any argument. She doesn't care about his reputation. She doesn't care if she gets hurt. She doesn't care about breaking the promise. She cares about being by his side, feeling his warmth, and seeing his face in the morning. The other girl sighs and drops her shoulders. There is nothing she could do now. Only hope for the best. She knows about the volleyball player and what he does to girls, and she wants to take care of her friend, but she can't, because it's too late. A group of girls exit the room, and they are now left alone. The blonde sighs. Be careful then. She takes her bag and she stands up as she leaves the empty classroom. Yachi's not angry nor mad, only a little bit sad. She knows what's gonna happen, and she can't stop feeling that way. Regretful eyes watch her go, and after a few minutes of solitude, the older female decides to do the same. As she exits the school, she heads to her house, ready to share her bed again. The part 2, guys. A week passed, and YN is still on bad terms with her friend. She doesn't blame her, though. Yachi's right about everything. She broke their promise. She even yelled at her. The blank-haired female sighs as she walks in the school hallway, full of happy students talking in animated voices. At least, that was her opinion. Everyone had reasons to be happier than her. She reaches the corner and is about to turn right when she hears a familiar voice talking. She stops in her tracks and listens intently. Her eyes open as she hears the magical words, biting her lip at the feeling. A confession. So please, Tsukishima-kun, accept my feelings. The feminine voice is irritating, causing a sudden urge to want to punch the owner in the stomach. Are you jealous? She asks herself. Probably. Both girls await the male's answer. A few seconds seem like minutes. The hallway remains lively, as always, but last name manages to hear the voice, or his voice, from all the others around her. I'm not interested in such things. She hears a weak apology, and then steps, hurried steps coming closer. As the rejected girl passes in front of her, YN recognizes her face as one of Tsukishima's classmates. It was odd. Somehow, the weight of those words got to her chest and penetrated it, stabbing her heart with the words that she had heard so many times, but never addressed to her. Another sigh comes from her lips as she turns the corner to face her partner? Lover? Wanna have lunch? Her voice sounds normal, and she's glad about that. He doesn't respond. He just nods and walks to the classroom. She follows. She always follows. The blonde sits at his desk, and the girl, after looking around, places herself at the desk at his right. Isn't Yamaguchi here today? Genuine curiosity. It was normal for her to take care of her words while the jet-haired male was around. They had a good relationship, though, and she liked him. He's having lunch with Yachi and the other two, Kei said absent-mindedly. He observes his lunch. What do you have today? She knows who he's talking about, and does her best not to stiff up when she hears the name of her best friend. However, uneasiness can be noticed at the way she folds her handkerchief, covering her lunchbox. She fills her lungs with air before talking. Rice, boiled eggs, and sausages. YN takes a look at his food and smiles. We can share if you like. He doesn't respond, but she already knows what he wants to do. She never goes to see him practice, but that didn't mean she didn't want to. It would be weird, to say the least. Tsukishima, having friends with somebody other than Yamaguchi, that was far too suspicious. They weren't even that close. They had lunch together a few times, and he'd sometimes ask her for help, not very nicely though, when they had complicated homework. But in the end, they were just another pair of senpai-kohai. They didn't walk home together, and they didn't even laugh together. Both walked at their own pace, that's why people didn't seem to notice the truth. Today too, YN bites her tongue as she holds back the desire to ask about his practice when she sees him walk to the gym. I'll be going then. The female scratches her head nervously, or her hands nervously. See you tomorrow. He doesn't respond, and she just doesn't move until he's almost at the entrance of the gymnasium. Tearful screams at the sound of Snickers hitting the ground are heard from outside. She wonders if she'll someday be able to listen to him make those sounds too. The blonde turns around and looks at her with the same bored expression. Don't be a hypocrite. Her eyes widen as her body freezes and her gaze is fixed on the blocker. He furrows his brows at the lack of reaction or at her lack of reaction, and opens the door, the noise gaining intensity. She isn't able to blink. She isn't able to think. Her brain is stuck with those words. What did he mean? He takes a step in, his name being called from inside. Goodbye. Kei doesn't even look at his upperclassmen. He just gets in. Time keeps passing, and she keeps losing crucial seconds to make a decision. By now, she understands what he meant, but it isn't too... but isn't it too dangerous? Isn't that risking the secrecy of their relationship? It doesn't matter. She wants to see him play. She wants to see him block and spike and serve, and all of those volleyball things that she didn't quite get yet. Once again, she follows, and is welcomed by a wave of heat against her face. She closes the door. She's in. Okay, that was kind of nice. I like that. I kind of wish there was a more solidified, like, ending, but that is the completed story. So, like, you are, like, friends with benefits, which, shit, I wouldn't mind. But, and then, like, I'm assuming it's going to eventually lead to something, because he's opening the door, you know. If that's some kind of metaphor, I'm not completely sure. It could be. But that was kind of nice. I didn't actually mess up my reading too much, so, you guys should be proud of me with that one. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you did, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you're notified every single time I post a video. And also like the video because that does something for the YouTube algorithm. And also I want to say I'm sorry for so many Tsukishima ones, but is it really my channel if I don't post Tsukishima? I don't think so, guys. Miki ASMR is a staple account for many Tsukishima videos. So if you are a Tsukishima simp like me, then you guys should really enjoy my channel. But like, let me say one thing. I was reading some Tsukishima fanfiction yesterday. Bitch, I was having a ball, crying my eyes out. It's bad when you realize that they're not real, but hey, I can bring some stories of them to life for you guys. That's one good thing about my channel, right? Anyways, I'm kind of getting off topic here. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did, make sure to subscribe. I already said that already, so thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye!